Yeah, weed can be used for good and it can be used for bad. You can use it to enter deep states of meditation. You can use it to become lazy. If you smoke it every day, you will become lazy and you will shut yourself off from things that you need to address. So you don't want to use it to escape. Okay, so don't escape. Don't use anything to escape your own mind. You must face it. Okay, so what was the next one? Hmm. What age did you start talking about this stuff, learning about this stuff? It was quite young, to be honest. Started learning deeply into the occult and esoteric about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But before that, I've been always into like conspiracies and stuff like that. So that's mainly what it was. Mainly, that's how I kind of got into it by looking into conspiracies. What do you think about manifesting? You're always manifesting. Your thoughts are always being brought into physical existence. That's basically what it is. You're using thought energy into physical reality, and that's how everything is manifested. The phone you are holding, the laptop that you're using, the book you're reading, where did these things all begin? They began in the invisible realms of mind. Everything stems from mind. The world you see around you is in the mind of God. We live in a mental universe. Everything is mental. So this is why you need to be careful of what you hear, what you see, what you smell, because everything you take in is molding your mind. The words you say mold your mind. And whatever you mold your mind to, you mold your circumstances to, your life. So your life is basically a result of every thought you thought in the past. So you change your thoughts, and further enough down the line, you'll change your external reality. Your life is a mirror of your mind. It's your mind pushed outwards. So if you fill your mind with negative music, talking about drugs, sex, you're going to fill your life with that. You become the music you listen to. You become what you listen to because everything affects your mental state. So essentially, it's all about looking after your mind. But people aren't manifesting properly because their pleasures, like food, lust, uh, yes, like chasing after low-level pleasures. When you start to master yourself and you master your mind, your body, and your emotions, once you start to master this, you're no longer wasting energy on these low-level pleasures. So when you waste energy on low-level pleasures and you stop, once you stop doing that, you have then opened up more mental capacity. So this is why it's so important to master your consciousness, master your mind, master your emotions, because you're wasting energy, which could be used for success. It could be used for anything to be created in your life. So that's a big part. So all of it comes together. What was the next one? Do you do Q&A in Ethereal University? Yes, we do. We do Q&As. This is all part of the university, everything you see. You should see what you get. So in the university, you get the Manifestation Mastery course, which tells you everything about your mind, how to create your own reality, how you can gain the dream life you want. We have a real lectures section where there's like over 50 lectures. New lectures are posted every week. We have a community and live calls and Q&A and a library. So the library is another where you get all of my books plus 45 other occult rare books. And you get updates. So that's what's inside of the university. What was the next question? Do you have an account in Spanish? I have affiliates in Spanish, yes. What's your thoughts on white people not being natural to this planet? We don't live on a planet. We live you live inside of your body. Your body is a piece of organic technology. Your body produces this reality that you're experiencing. Now, what do I mean? Without your brain, you can't be in this reality. So your body is producing this world. Your body is the earth. Your body is the universe. You are you are God. You are consciousness. The body is the earth simulating this reality to your consciousness. So when it comes to your body, it does not matter where you are from. You are the same consciousness. The same consciousness in me is the same consciousness in the rabbit, in the dog, or the so-called melanated person. We are all the exact same consciousness. And once you understand this, once you start to realize that you are not this body is literally just a piece of technology. It's a character you're playing. It's not you. You are the I am. Every single one of us refers to ourselves as I, because I is the all-seeing I, the all-seeing eye of consciousness. This is where we all come from. So you have divine consciousness, then above us is the stars, then you have man. Now, man is very important because man is made in the image of God. We have the ability to expand our consciousness. We have the ability to move above our instinctual survival mode. Now, what do I mean? Animals are stuck in survival. They use their creative ability, because we all have the ability to bring thought into physical reality. Animals only use this creative power of mind to survive. But humans can surpass this. And this is everything I teach is about getting out of the lower self, getting out of the animal self. And once you conquer this animal self, this lower mind that wants the food, the money, the fame, the power, and sex, once you destroy this lower self, you then have the ability to expand your consciousness to understand very complex things. So humans possess the ability to know God and know the secrets of the universe. This is why humans are so important. This is why humans are made in the image of God. We can expand our minds into infinite fields of knowledge. Now, the mind cannot be filled. It is not a physical thing. It exists beyond time and space and matter. The mind isn't made out of atoms. Thoughts are not made out of atoms. So the mind can infinitely expand into new fields of knowledge, new fields of thought, far beyond the current field of thought that you are in now. But the universe is completely mental. Once you completely understand that, you'll see what I'm saying. Some people might not see what I'm saying because their mind will not, have that understanding, but some people will understand. So your mind is the third eye. Your consciousness is the eye, the third eye. It's not the pineal gland. So the pineal gland is like a radio receiver for your consciousness, for the mind. So when the pineal gland is obviously attacked through the food and the water that we drink. Hold on, let me just open the window. So when it's attacked, it becomes weaker and weaker. And this kind of interrupts with the connection. It's an antenna. It has crystals on it. So your radio, your phone, all uses crystals to pick up frequencies. It's like a radio receiver for your consciousness, because your consciousness is already outside of the body. You're already outside of the body. Your body is a state of consciousness. It's a body of consciousness. The mind is a body of consciousness, which is above thought, above emotion, above the body, above all these things, is the pure source. So to activate it, first of all, you need to go on a detox. Go on a detox of a fruit detox. Make sure it's organic fruit. If you're struggling to get your minerals in, take sea moss as well. So just go on a fruit and sea moss diet for a couple of weeks, and you won't lose weight. You'll lose impurities. You'll flush out everything out of your body for a couple of weeks. Drink freshly squeezed juices to get the lymphatic system moving and the blood moving again, circulating. And once everything's out, you'll start to feel a bit better. and you can have an easier experience activating your pineal gland. Can you talk about money and water and how we can get rich from that? You don't get rich from learning that sort of stuff. You get rich from, if you really want to get rich, focus on providing value. And that, if you focus on getting rich, you won't get rich. It's not about getting rich. It's about providing value. And what comes with providing value? Money. So if you're focusing on the wrong thing, focus on helping people. How can you bring solutions to people? How can you help people's lives? And along the side of that, you will gain an income from that. You see? So essentially, that's how you do it. I don't know how someone's managed to draw. It's a bit crazy. How do I get rid of that? I don't even know. Never mind. So essentially, yeah, you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're focusing on the wrong thing. So what was the next one? Let's turn this off. Talk about what's your thoughts on synchronicity? What do you mean by synchronicity? Do you listen to any music? Yes, I do listen to some music, but it's mainly music without words. Because a lot of the music now is just it's all propaganda. It's all to program you. It's all to mold your mind in some form or way. Everything they do is a form of propaganda. So just be careful what you listen to. Let's go to the bottom. Let's see what we got at the bottom. Semen retention. Very powerful. This is where all your energy's in. This is the astral liquid of your body. So this is where think about it. That liquid can produce a whole other human being. That liquid has all of the minerals, all of the energy to create a human being. It has the ability to open a portal inside of a woman. So when you keep this inside of you, you're not only keeping the energy of it, you're keeping the minerals, and the minerals can be recycled in the body. So it's very, very powerful. However, if you have a very negative mind, it can be used for bad, because that energy will be redirected into something else. What was that? How can I heal from weed damage? Just heal yourself. Fruits, vegetables, just go on the fruit only diet. Take sea moss, take cayenne pepper. What else? Burdock root, things very high in iron. Just stick to a natural diet and you'll heal from anything. But if you were smoking weed a lot and smoking in general, mullein leaf is very good for the lungs. Grapes, seeded grapes are very good for the lungs. Now look at the fruit that you're eating. Grapes are in the form of lungs. Mushrooms are in the form of ears. Walnuts are in the form of the brain. These things are communicating with you. Your body is the universe. Everything's communicating with everything. Your body's communicating with the planets. Your body's communicating with everything. Your mind's communicating with the world and energy. You're literally a walking crystal. What do you think about ginger and lemon shots? Instead of ginger, use wait, what was that? Sorry. Instead of lemon, use key limes. So use the small key limes instead of lemons because they are the real lemons. But yeah, very good for the gut. Ginger's very good for the gut. If you look at ginger, it looks like the gut. So is honey healthy? I stay away from honey. Should you not eat anything acidic? No, realistically not. I mean, might treat yourself now and then, but mainly stick to your raw fruit, veg diet, and you'll live a long and happy life. Let's go up. Let's see what we got up here. Can I meditate looking at the moon? You can moon gaze, but the moon is inside of you. Everything you see outside of you is inside of you. The energy of the moon is already inside of you. So it's a full moon, it's already happening inside of you. This is why do witches do rituals on full moons because the psyche is more advanced, more powerful on a full moon. That's why if you ask a policeman, you ask a firefighter, you ask an ambulance driver, normally around a full moon, there's more calls, there's more emergencies because the moon enhances our psyche. But not the moon, but the moon is within us. The seasons happen within you. The 4 seasons of the sun are the 4 seasons of your soul. You see? So, what do I mean? These seasons are happening inside of you, not just outside of you. In the summer, you feel a lot more energized. You have more energy. You're taking action on things quick. But in the wintertime, you're more reflective. You're more emotional because the winter's to do with water, and water is your emotional body of consciousness. See, the elements all correspond to you as well. Water is your emotion, fire is your spirit, earth is your body, and air is your mind. That's why you say you're an airhead. Air is your mind, air is the mental body of consciousness. Can you elaborate on the effects of liquor on us? Why are certain liquors stored named spirit? Because they're spirits, they're potions. So hold on, I'll try and get some more for you. Where is it? They're potions. Go on to Minecraft. And what do they do? What do potions do? They alter you. They make you quicker. They make you, like ancient magic potions that you hear myths about. You hear them, you see them in this, the old films. They show you the truth in plain sight. Just potions. This is what liquor is what alcohol is. It's a potion. It's produced by alchemists. Alcohol, alchemy. That's what you're consuming. And it's spirits. It's spirit. It's liquid spirits. So you're drinking a spirit. But everything has a spirit. Grass has a spirit. Everything has to have a spirit or else it would not exist. You have a spirit. But what you're doing is making you making you vulnerable, for spirits to enter you. So that's why it's called a jinn. A jinn is a form of an astral entity. A jinn, or what else? A spirit, a jinn. All of these things are to do with astral entities and spiritual entities, and it contains ethanol. Ethanol. Look at the beginning of ethanol. It's ETH. ETH, which is ethanol. Okay. So ethanol is ethanol, and the ether is the barrier between physical and astral. What else? What do I think about tap water? Don't drink tap water. Okay, Tower. Is it bad to get wisdom teeth out? I mean, if you've already done it, it is what it is. But if you haven't done it, don't do it, because everything's connected in your body. Everything in your body is connected. So your teeth, each tooth is connected to organs. The heart, your lips, that's your heart. Okay, your lips. So you can see people's. For example, this is a gem. You can see people's mental state on their face. And what do I mean? If their eyebrows are very pointy, you can see that they're not 100%. I'm just saying they may be either very sharp person, they do things quick, or they're a very negative person. Now, you speak from the heart. Everything you do comes from the heart. Every action you take is from the heart. Everything you say is from the heart. So you can tell someone's heart by reading their words and what they say. And if they're very negative, they have a very dark heart. So you must purify your heart. So everything, your face is a reflection of your mental and emotional state. So you can read people like that. But your ears are a womb. Yes, your ears are womb, because everything you say, everything you hear is a seed. And every seed enters the mind and the subconscious. And the subconscious is like a garden, which everything springs from. For example, you had a very traumatic childhood. You got beaten up as a kid. This seed in your mind will grow for years and decades, and it will turn into a fruit. Now, what do I mean? This will come into your actions. You might do what happened to you, do the complete opposite. This is how you get murderers and, rapists and stuff like that, because they've had very negative things implanted into their subconscious, which has grown over years, which they may have not realized where all of this anger truly comes from. It's trauma in the subconscious. Yeah, it is. So the subconscious is very, very powerful. 90% of your daily basis behavior comes from the subconscious. What you did yesterday is what you do today, because of the programs in your subconscious. And essentially, who you think you are is just programs in your subconscious. Most people don't know who they are. They think, well, I've got a name, I've got a job. My name is Harry. I work for Revival. I do Revival of Wisdom. That's not me. This body's not me. My job is not me. My money's not me. My name is not me. You are above all of that. You are above all of this, and you must connect with your true self. Now, how do you connect with your true self? By detaching from your name, your body, your name, your body, your family, your issues, your worries. Once you turn off the thought, once you turn off emotion, and once you detach from all of these things during meditation, you're left with pure consciousness. And that's essentially who you truly are, is pure consciousness. But your consciousness is latched onto this character that you're playing. So who you think you are is essentially a bunch of programs in your subconscious that you've gained over the years of being human. It's not you. You must learn how to detach from all of that. And this is why a lot of people cannot expand their consciousness and expand their mind during astral projection, because their minds are so latched onto this character, but it's not truly you. Your mind can't detach from this body. If your mind can't do that unless it's you gain that ability to detach from the character you're playing. But you're not the character. The true you is the I am. The I am is is God. The I within you. When you say I, there's nothing higher than that in your being. There's nothing higher inside of you than the I. That's why the Roman numerals, I is the number one. And that's why I is one line. because we are all one consciousness, one eye, one all-seeing eye. That's why God is omnipresent, because he's in you, he's in me, he's in everything. We are all God, all extensions of God's consciousness. The universe is one living being. And when you see it, it's kind of crazy. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. The universe is one being. Me and you are the same exact consciousness, experiencing a different reality. But we are all the center of creation. What do you think about the monk who lived for 300 years in Himalayas? Do everyone have that possibility to live that years? Yes, I truly think this, because think about it. I sent a list into my Telegram the other day. I sent a list into the Telegram of all of the, well, not even all of them. It was a big list about a lot of the toxins that we're being toxic. I'll try to find it. Where's it gonna load? Okay, here it is. Where is it? I'll show you this list. It's insane. So we've got seed oils, artificial food coloring, food preservatives, chemtrails, GMOs, chemical and skin products, chemicals in deodorant, chemicals in toothpaste, fluoride in tap water, chlorine in tap water, heavy metals in tap water, pesticides on the fruit, synthetic prescription medication, synthetic mineral supplements, synthetic fabrics and clothing, synthetic bedding materials, synthetic fragrances. Fragrance can be up to 10,000 different synthetic chemicals, if you didn't know. Synthetic candles, fragrance, of course, sun cream, plastic water bottles, BPA in cans, plastic cutting boards, Teflon coated cookware, cigarettes, vehicle emissions, caffeine, radiation from phones and cells, radiation from smart meters, harmful music frequencies, music tuned to 440 hertz, chemicals on receipts, blue lights from screens. That's just some of the chemicals we're being bombarded with on a daily basis. A daily basis, we're being bombarded with every single one of them chemicals, pretty much. And imagine a world where none of that would happen. Think how long we would live. We're living up to maybe 70, 80, 100 years old now. Imagine 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 years ago, when none of these synthetic chemicals were there. We would have lived for hundreds of years. And especially your thoughts play a massive role in this. The thoughts. Your thoughts can age your body. If you think very negatively, it will age you. If you stress, it will age you. Because the body, that's how powerful the mind is. The mind is the most powerful thing in the universe. Everything came from it. So have a think. The phone you're holding was a thought. The pencil was a thought. What else? Everything you see around you was a thought. It began in the invisible realms of consciousness. Therefore, this world you see is an externalization of mind. It's an effect of mind. The whole universe is inside of your mind. You are living in a mind. You're living in the mind of God. Now, everything you see is an effect of mind, is an effect of thought. Everything is thought. Okay? So, I'm sorry, but if you're promoting stuff in here, I'm going to have to kick you out. Okay, so everything is thought. This world is an outcome of thought. It's an effect. Everything you see is already manifested. Already manifested. You don't want to change this effect world. You want to change your mind, because when you change the mind, you change matter. Thought creates matter. Okay. We become mind and God after we die. We are eternal. You'll never die. You can't die. It's impossible. You die every night when you go to sleep. And then when you wake up from that dream, you die and wake up in this body. You will never die. Can't die. Everything's eternal. Nothing, everything in this universe is eternal because everything's a part of mind. Everything's an extension of mind. Everything's an extension of God. Everything's an extension from the one consciousness. Here you see it. Mind and matter. Mind and matter are one. Consciousness creates matter. Does it mean that we think about money and then money comes to us, right? No, not essentially. Now, you're thinking about the wrong thing. Don't think about, if you want money, you're not going to get money. You attract what you are, not what you want. It's called a mindset. You got to set your mind to a frequency, to a reality, and it will come to you. Now, what do I mean? If you want money, focus on providing value. Focus on creating a solution for people. Don't want money, want to help people. If you gain money with a dark heart and a negative heart, you won't keep that money because your heart will come into your reality somehow. It will destroy you. You have to do things with a good heart. If you don't do it with a good heart, it will come back around and take everything from you. So focus on giving people value, helping people's lives, providing a solution for people, and money will come with that. That's how you gain money. Okay, please, can we stop spamming the same comments, the same questions? So, yeah. What do you think about psychotherapy? Is that some sort of therapy? I mean, depends. You know, I don't want to say don't do it and then you go and don't do it and then it changes your life and some crazy stuff. But what I'm saying is you need to learn how to master your own mind and learn how to meditate and turn off the mind. And once you start meditating every day and you gain that ability of turning off thought and turning off emotion and turning off everything, so turning off all of your emotion, all of your connections, all of your just everything. Once you learn how to turn off the mind, depression doesn't exist, anxiety doesn't exist, because you rise above thought. There is a realm above thought. And once you learn how to access that realm by turning off thought, that's why Jesus says, take no thought. 5 times he says that. Take no thought, take no thought. Because once you learn how to do that, you rise above all of your problems, because all of your problems exist in the thought realm. There's no anxiety, there's no depression, there's nothing. So you need to learn how to master your mind. Learn how to meditate. And if you're thinking, you're not meditating. How can we start to meditate? Sit down and think of nothing. And if just try and experience your thoughts. So if a thought comes, push it away and carry on. And then there'll be about 5 seconds of nothingness. And then another thought will come. Push it away and then keep doing it. And the longer you push away these thoughts, the more consistent and more disciplined you are every day to turning up and meditating, the longer the gap will become. And the gap between another thought will then become half an hour, sometimes an hour. So you can then think, you can then meditate for like an hour with no thought. And this is when because once the mind is turned off, once the thought aspect of consciousness is turned off, you are opening up new doors for your consciousness. You're opening up new avenues of your consciousness. That's what the power of meditation. And once you start to master your mind and you have the ability to turn off thought, this will then come into all aspects of your life. It will come into every aspect of your life. For example, you'll be able to turn off thought when you're about to make a bad decision. Your decision making will be good. Your anxiety will go out of the window because you won't no longer have it. You'll always remain in the present moment. So it's basically organizing and disciplining the mind. It's meditation. That's why it's so powerful. You have to learn how to do it. What do you think about where do humans come from or what created us? Well, we are all extensions of God. We are all God's mind manifested in physical form. We are all extensions of God. Not you, not the character you're playing. Your character is not God, but I'm saying your consciousness is. The awareness you have, the mind you have, that's God. The pure awareness, the pure consciousness is God. Not who you think you are, your name, your body, your job, your circumstances, your worries. That's not God. You are the pure consciousness, and your consciousness is latched on to this character you're playing. But once you learn how to get rid of that character and detach from it, that's the essence within you that is God. Okay. What else have we got? Did sugar turn off the thought broadcasting ability? I really don't know what you mean by that question. Sorry. What is consciousness? Awareness, creativity. So consciousness is right. So yes, it's observation. On the highest level of consciousness, it's pure observation and pure cause. Now, on the lower, so you have observation. So there's different bodies of consciousness. You have observation, that's the eye, this eye you see here. Then you have mind, which is the thinking aspect of consciousness. So thoughts are not physical. Thoughts are not a part of your brain. This is an aspect of your consciousness. Then you have under thought, you have emotional body of consciousness. You have thoughts, emotions, observation, and then you have imagination. Imagination is an aspect of your consciousness. And then they are mainly the four things inside of your consciousness. Because imagine, you can't split open the brain and see someone imagining something. You can't split open a brain and see a thought. You can't split open the brain and see an emotion because these things exist metaphysically. They don't exist physically. They're in consciousness. And that's what everything stems from. Now, and if you really want to connect with this, you must detach. You must sit down and detach from everything. Now, what do I mean? Sit down, detach from your name, detach from your body. Say, I'm not the body, I'm not the thoughts, I'm not my name, I'm not my worries, I'm not my money issues, I'm not the car, I'm not the clothes. And once you detach from every worry and every little aspect you identify yourself with, you're left with the mind. You're left with thought. And then once you're left with the mind is then attached to a language. That little voice in your head is using a language. You need to detach from that language. And once the mind is detached from that language, you're left with a pure consciousness, pure awareness, pure cause. It's a cause. It's a cause. Like everything comes from that cause. What's your opinion on Rosicrucians' secret society? I know that the symbol of the Rosicrucians is the cross with the rose in the middle, which represents the cross is your body, the Jesus cross is your body, and the rose is your heart, because all of your action comes from the heart. So there's a lot of secret teachings of the heart in Rosicrucianism. If we are all God, are we the devil also? Yes. You have the ability to bring in a non-physical thought into a physical reality. You have this creative power of bringing thought into physical matter. You can use this for your gain. You can use this for darkness, which is the devil. Do evil is the devil. Or you can do this for good, which is God. You have a higher mind, which is the mind that wants love and wisdom and knowledge and growth. Or you have this lower aspect of your mind, which is your body's sort of mind, which wants power, fame, hate, desire, food, survival. This is Satan. It's an aspect of your mind. It's psychology. It's a psychological allegory of the human mind. That's what the Bible is. It's all allegory for the human mind and the functions of your mind, body, and spirit. It's basically what the Bible is. It's allegorical about you and about your mind and how it works and about your emotions. Thoughts on spiritual attacks and how to protect yourself. You're not being attacked spiritually, it's yourself. It's an aspect of your own mind. You're attacking yourself. No one's attacking you. There's no spirits attacking you. You're not possessed. It's your own mind blocking yourself. So you need to focus and need to look within yourself on what is attacking you. There's a subconscious seed which has grown, which is attacking you. Learn about the subconscious. The subconscious will tell you everything about yourself. Do secret societies control everything? Yeah, pretty much. I'd say so. Yeah. But don't focus on that, Don't lose yourself in conspiracies. Don't lose yourself in any darkness. Don't fill your mind with that stuff. You don't want to fill your mind with that. You don't want to fill your mind with all these negative 9/11, occult rituals, magic, Hollywood. There's no point. It's just going to darken you. It's going to darken your mind. It's going to infect your heart. So focus on the light always. I fell into that trap of looking into all these conspiracies, but it doesn't get you anywhere. It just makes you more dark because everything you take in is affecting your mental state. And you'll just walk around worried. So focus on lifting yourself up. Focus on, don't get lost into these secret societies. Just focus on, see, this is the issue. Yes, the world is kind of waking up in a way, but we're waking up to the wrong things. We're waking up to conspiracies. Yes, these things are true. We're all being manipulated. Don't get me wrong, we are by a very dark, advanced, occult, secret clubs who know all of this stuff and crazy stuff. But what I'm saying is, don't look into it. Once you know it, and then focus on the light. You see, if the collective consciousness wakes up to all of the negative things, then we're just going to stay in this negative ball of consciousness, this negative earth, because the earth is a reflection of our consciousness. What happens in our minds is happening in our external reality. So if we all start focusing on this negative and how we're being manipulated, chaos is just going to break out. We're all going to start fighting each other. So we all need to focus on light and bringing ourselves up. That's how we get out of this issue. Okay. Do you know the 33 money blocks that all people have in their field and how to vanish them? No one has these 33 blocks on them. If you believe you have a block on you, then you have a block on you. Because your mind, everything is mental and psychological. If you believe black magic worked on you, then it works. That's how black magic works. If you don't believe it worked, then it has no power. It's the same with the government. The government have no true power. It's your belief. Like, if you believe if we, right, so all of us as a collective consciousness believe the government exists. We believe money has value when it doesn't. It's a piece of paper. It's our thought, it's our consciousness, thought energy that gives it power. That's why they're called a government. They govern your mental state. They govern your mind. They don't govern your body. They govern how you think, because that's where the power's at. The power's in the mind, in your consciousness. Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, go up a little bit. Just focus on the goodness, people, and you'll have an amazing life. Yeah. And shaman heals every disease. I really don't know. I'm not too sure about that. Tattoos affect your mental state? I wouldn't say so. Like, just be careful what you get and make sure it has a good meaning, and then you're okay. We are the government once they give us the information. A whole lot to see. Yeah, literally. Yeah. Extraterrestrials, aliens live among us, controlling secret societies, Illuminati, high class people. No. That's what I used to think, but it's not. We're not being bombarded by aliens, reptilians. This is all humans. It's people who worship the flesh. It's all it is. It's people who worship the physical world. Why? Why do they worship the physical world? Because in these higher realms of consciousness, you don't get, there's no pleasure like there is a physical pleasure. So they worship the physical world, the physical pleasure, and the sensation of being in a body. That's what they worship. Evil love bondage. Okay. That's why they don't want this matrix to break. They don't want everyone to be equal. They like this division. They like being on the higher end of this matrix, this class. But it's not reptilian. I don't think so anyway, personally. Yes, we have a brain, we have a reptilian brain, but this is our natural instinct brain. We have a lower animal self and we have a divine self. So if you see the screen here, we as humans exist in the middle between matter and spirit. We have the opportunity to expand our consciousness upwards to God. We can expand our consciousness to know God and know the secrets of the universe, or we can stay in our lower animal nature just for survival, basic needs. This is why humans are made in the image of God. We are, we are Anu. We are Anu, spirit, and Ki, earth, matter. We are Anunnaki. We are spirit and matter together. Okay. What do you think about music and fashion? Directly correlated. Uh, well, music and fashion are directly correlated. When the Beatles came out, everyone started to wear hippie stuff. Look at UK drill music started to come out. People started to wear tracksuits more, and it's directly correlated. But it's a psychological warfare. You must understand that music is psychological. It's all to mold you in a certain way, to make you think a certain way. Yeah, as you said, the Rosicrucians talk about the heart, and the heart is playing a big role on our energy and field. Yes, uh, that is true. So everything you do is from the heart. Every action, every word you say is from the heart. You speak and you act from the heart. So this is why you know people by their actions, because if they're doing things that are stupid and not good, they have a dark heart. So that's why the earth is an anagram for heart. If you rearrange the word earth, it's heart, because everything we do is from the heart. Everything we manifest is from the heart. What are the families that control the world? Tell us the major one. I don't look into it, to be honest with you. I don't really look into that stuff anymore. It There's no point. It just loses you in a loophole, and you'll end up gaining anxiety and gaining all these negative thoughts about how we're being manipulated. So just focus on the light. Just stay away from the conspiracies and keep your mind focused on the light. Yeah. Can you give thoughts about reverse manifestation, things that you don't want to come in your life, but it has to come anyhow, but it didn't work on positive things? Can you explain this loophole? I'm not too sure about reverse manifestation, but everything that happens to you is necessary for you to grow as a mind, to expand your mind, to expand your soul. Everything is is for you to grow. Doesn't matter how hard it is, how negative it is. But what you must understand is that everything that happens to you is not is a is neutral. It's your mind's perception on how you give it a positive or a negative charge. It could be something really bad, someone dies, but you always have to look at the positive. What did you learn from that person? You have to grow from everything that happens to you. Don't focus on the negative. Like I say, always focus on the light. Keep your mind in the light. Because if you keep the mind on the negative aspect, it will consume you, destroy your mind, your emotions, and your body. So always focus on the light and the positive aspects of everything that happens to you. And just remember, when it comes to manifestation, you are just a result of your thoughts. Where your life right now, your current circumstances, is a result of every thought you had in the past. Every thought you had in the past has led you to this very point, listening to me right now. Therefore, your life is an externalization of your mind. And this is what I teach inside the university, the Manifestation Mastery course. And that is how you truly, you change your thoughts, you change your mental state, and you will change your external reality. Okay. Can you explain the proof the earth is flat? Your senses. Have you ever been in a car going 100 miles per hour? You probably have. How quick does it feel when you're going 100 miles per hour? It goes very, very quick. You can feel it very quick. And we are apparently moving 1,000 miles per hour while going around the sun. It's complete lunacy. If you believe that you live on a spinning rock, hurtling through space, and we haven't hit something in trillions of years, which is obviously a lie. If you believe that, then they have tricked you to not believe your own senses. They've tricked you to not believe them senses that you have. That's the power. It's subconscious. It's a psychological warfare. If you believe you live on a rock, then you are more susceptible to believing that the universe is only physical. The reason why Isaac Newton came in with all this new science and destroyed all of the old science of the Egypts and the ancient occult teachings of as above, so below. The reason Isaac Newton came in with this was to separate you from the universe. Because the ancients knew, and I know now, and this is what I teach, is that you are the universe. But all of these new scientists came in to make you feel separate from the universe and to make you think that you are not special. And another one, if you believe that you're from, everything they teach you is to keep your mind trapped in physicality. Your mind isn't a physical thing. Your consciousness is not a physical thing. So everything they've told you is to keep you in a three-dimensional way of thinking, in a physical reality. Everything seen comes from the unseen. Everything seen is an effect of the mind. Everything you see around you began in the invisible realms of mind. Yeah, the body is physical. It's a meat suit. It's an avatar. It's a character. You're playing a character. It's not you. You are the I am. You must connect with the I am through meditation. So I heard that sugar and artificial sugar block our thought and manifesting ability. Yeah, well, your diet plays a massive role because it's all interconnected. Your consciousness is interconnected with your body, your physical body. So if your body's not well, your mind's not going to be well. So you must, find balance between mind and body, spirit and matter. I don't understand the flat earth. Every atom and all things inside of me are spheres. Why would the earth be flat? The atom they told you is wrong. The atoms are electromagnetic torus fields. Okay. So torus fields is what creates everything. Everything has magnetic presence. But don't focus on the flat earth. Your body is the earth. The brain the brain is simulating a reality. You're not experiencing the external world. The external world is created with your body. Your body is a piece of technology creating this world. You don't see into the world. What you see is created in the brain. What you touch, you taste, you smell, you see with the brain. Your five senses are created by the brain. Your whole experience is created by the brain. The universe is mental. So don't focus on the flat earth. Focus on your body as a piece of organic technology, which is running a simulation of this reality. Now, once you understand that, that changes everything. You probably never thought about that. You probably now realize that your body is the universe. Your body is the earth. And when you leave the body, you're leaving earth. Okay? So that's a very important one. How can we take advantage of the planets, the sun, and the moon within us? Their energies. So Saturn. So the reason why you see Saturn symbology everywhere, like walkers and all these companies, you see Saturn symbolized. It's because Saturn is to do with order. He's the order aspect of your consciousness. He's the conditioning. So, for example, if Saturn is ruling your life, which is an aspect of your consciousness, how do I explain this well? They're basically harnessing the energy of Saturn to condition you. That's what technically they're doing. That's why you see Saturn symbology everywhere. All about conditioning and, how do I say, like the education, for example. It's all about conditioning you to keep you in a certain state. That's what Saturn is. Now, The sun represents your pure consciousness. The moon represents your subconscious or emotion. Anyways, I'm going to have to love and leave you all here. This is a Q&A that takes place weekly inside of the university. If you wish to join, I will send the link into here. Hold on, I will send it into this chat. So yeah, these live calls happen all the time. They're going to be happening every week from now on. If you want to join the university, see you all on the inside. There's so much that you can gain. Let me just try and find. Okay, here it is. Two seconds. Where did that go? I don't know why I can't get it up. But if you're in the Telegram, go to my Instagram, my Telegram, or revivalofwisdom.com, and you'll see the Ethereal University. I'll show you what we get. You get all of this. So you get the Manifestation Mastery course, which teach you everything about your mind and how your mind creates reality. You get the Real Lectures section, which has everything about the lectures. I do weekly lectures on occultism, symbolism, esotericism. We have a community. We have a library with my books plus 45 other rare PDF books. So you gain access to the library. We obviously do these live Q&As, and you can literally speak to me directly on these live calls. So yeah, your life will change once you understand this stuff. You're going to feel so much better. Like once you understand how reality works and your place in the universe, you'll feel absolutely amazing, because you no longer feel like an evolved monkey on a monkey ball, on a spinning globe. So invest in yourselves, invest in your mental state. It's not about your spirit, it's about your mind, controlling your consciousness, controlling your body. That's where the power is. That's when you gain power, when you stop engaging in your animal self and you move to the higher self and you retain all of that lost energy from being an animal self. Okay, so make sure to invest in yourself, and I will see you all on the other side. Here's the, okay, there's the link. I've just posted the link for the university. If you wish to join, I'll see you all on the other side. Thank you all. Can we pay for a couple months of the university? Yeah, if you really want to pay like a couple months up front, give me a message on Instagram, Revival of Wisdom, and put the first message as university, all capital letters, and I'll respond to you and we could sort something out. I could maybe do a deal for the people who want to buy a couple months, like, I don't know, 6 months or something like that. I could do a nice deal. Hope you all enjoyed this. I'll see you all inside the university, and have an amazing day. Witchcraft and magic. So today we're going to be talking about this and discussing a few things on how magic works, what it is, and how it's not what you truly think it is. So all of these films they showed you in the past, like Harry Potter and all of these other things, they are to fantasize this thing, to cover it up, to make it look like a myth. That's why it's called Hollywood. So all of these films are mainly produced in Hollywood, which is from the holly wood, the holly tree, which is the holy tree. Because the ancient druids used to take this wood and make magic wands out of this wood and cast spells with this wood. Because each wood has specific virtues and specific things energetically. For example, you can use different herbs to treat different illnesses because they all hold different mineral content and different energetic principles. So all of these different woods and these different materials the ancients used, they understood their virtues. So the ancients would use holly wood or the holy wood because this was the most powerful wood to use to make a wand out of. And this is ancient druidic magic. Now, Hollywood is what casts spells into the minds of the masses through these films or hidden messages. And what these films actually do is that they sink the minds of the masses. All of our minds are watching this singular film, which is sinking our brains, sinking our minds, sinking our perception. All of us are thinking the same thing when we're watching these films, and they're putting all of these subconscious programs into the people who watch these films. So it's a hive mind. They're trying to make a hive mind. Now, here you see Jesus with a wand. Jesus with a wand. You can look into this yourself. You type in pictures of Jesus with a wand or Moses with a wand. They always hold wands because these people were magicians. If they existed, they were magicians. The ancients were obsessed with these magical arts, these energy arts, and using energy to manipulate it for gain. So when holding a wand, what you're actually doing is you're using the body's energy because your body is emitting countless amounts of energy. You are a light energetic being. And you have these meridians in your body, which electrical energy flows through these meridian lines. This is why we wear certain copper bracelets. If you look back at the ancients, they were kitted out in silver, copper, gold. They always wore these electrically conducting materials, as well with crystals. Crystals were used to enhance different body parts. If you wanted to hear better, you'd place a crystal and a metal in the piercing of your ear. This is why they used this, because they understood the principles of these things. Because everything you see physically has an energetic body behind it, which enhances things. High frequency, high energy is what enhances things. So by wearing these materials, on your fingers, on your wrists, you're enhancing the flow of electrical energy throughout the body. You can do this if you want to heal your body. Let's say you got arthritis in your wrist and you wear a copper bracelet. This will help bring energy. It will help raise the frequency of this specific area of the body, which will, help heal this area of the body quicker. It's all about energy because energy becomes before matter. Matter is a result of energy. So therefore, when you raise the frequency of things and give it high energy, it affects matter. So this is why the ancients, were obsessed with crystals, and all of this falls under magic because it's using natural things, using natural resources for energetic properties and principles. And it also amplifies your electromagnetic aura. You see, when you raise your frequency, people, when you raise your frequency, your brain is producing a higher frequency. It can work on a higher capacity. Therefore, you can process more information. It works more efficiently. You become enlightened. And when you're raising your frequency and your electromagnetic field is high energy, it's very healing. It heals your body. It heals other people around you. This is why Some people can walk in a room and everyone stares at him because his field is so powerful, so high frequency. And this field is highly influenced by the internal state of an individual. If your mind is in a negative space, then this will reflect in your spirit, which is your electromagnetic energy. So emotions are magnetic. You are magnetic. You attract whatever you feel like, whatever your mental space is. So it's important to master the mind and master the emotions for this reason, because this is when you become a walking magnet, a walking light being. Now, Happy Birthday is a form of a magic spell. It's a spell to make you age quicker. Now, if you've watched the subconscious mind, the manifestation mastery, if you're in the university, you've probably watched it, and you know about the subconscious mind, then this is where it kind of gets a bit crazy, because a lot of magic is all to do with the subconscious mind and how it reprograms and creates reality. Because essentially everything begins in the subconscious before it actually materializes into a real reality. Now, what you do on your birthday is, what are you doing? You're doing magic. You're doing witchcraft. Because what you do, you turn off the lights. You dim down the lights. You get a candle. You light the candle, and then people chant. Your family, your friends, they start chanting "Happy Birthday." And then you make a wish, which is a mental directed thought, and blow out a candle. It's witchcraft. This is all forms of witchcraft. Now, I'm not saying this is evil, because witchcraft can be used for good and bad, not just for the bad. People always think that witchcraft is purely bad because they've been indoctrinated by the church. The church has made these things seem evil because they don't want us delving into these powerful ways of manipulating reality, manipulating natural energy. So when you are wishing, that is a form of mental directed energy, which is magic. All of this is magic. You've been doing magic your whole life. Now, when you make the wish, you don't tell anyone, which is another occult virtue. You shouldn't be telling people things that you want to create into manifestation, into a reality, because people can direct negative mental energy towards this and slow this manifestation down. Because also, when you release, right, when you release what you want to do, when you talk about your goals to others, this releases dopamine in your brain. And your brain is now thinking that you've already achieved it just because you've talked about it, which is then keeping you less motivated to actually achieve this goal. So this is why you feel so good when you talk about, your goals to people, because it releases dopamine in your brain. But anyways, so what this is doing is, Happy Birthday, it's making you age quicker. You see, the body follows the mind. The mind is the powerful tool. The mind is Jesus and his 12 disciples, the 12 cranial nerves in your brain. There's always the one around the 12. So the mind controls the body, and every thought you see, your thoughts are present in your body. Your body is a reflection of your thoughts. If you are very unhealthy, this means you have thoughts of eating junk food, and it is now reflecting in your body. You see, you can tell you can kind of get a glimpse of someone's inner world by looking at them, because they are a reflection of their own internal state. If someone is very strong, muscular, ripped, you can see this person. You can see this person's mental energy manifested in his muscles. You see the discipline. So your body's a reflection of the mind. Now, the English language is riddled with hidden spells. This is why we say, how old are you? Now, when we say, how old are you? This is subconsciously, going into your subconscious. You might not consciously think, oh, I'm not old, but subconsciously, the subconscious mind picks this up and says, I am old. I am old, because it manifests anything that you put into it. It takes everything as truth. So when we say, how old are you? We are saying we are old, which is then, not having a dramatic effect, but it will make you age quicker. These little things all add up. You see, the subconscious is like a garden, and every thought and word and emotion is a seed which grows in the mind of the subconscious, which will then blossom into a material reality. into a fruit. You shall know them by their fruits. It says that in the Bible. So when we say how old are you, we should be saying how young are you? Because this is another, English has been manipulated in ways to trick your own subconscious into these spells. This is what spelling is. Your words are spells. They cast three-dimensional sound waves. Every word you say is casting a three-dimensional sound wave or an electromagnetic torus field. Every single word you say. And what is reality created of? And that is electromagnetic fields. You are creating atoms. Your body is an anatomy because your body is a giant atom, an electromagnetic field. So the next one is these planes. We must all understand these planes, is how the physical plane is a result of these higher planes of consciousness. You have the Buddhic, which is nothingness. You have the mental, which is the mind and thoughts. Then you have the astral, which is imagination of the thoughts. And the etheric is the energy of the imagination. And the physical is the physical plane you see around you. So everything you see down here is a reflection of these higher planes of consciousness of thought. So everything down here is manifested through thought. That's why it's called a government. They govern your mentality, your mind, because they understand the mind is the root cause of reality. So everything the government tells you is essentially manifesting your own reality. This is why you go to school and learn their indoctrinations, their information, because their information is going into your mind, which is then manifesting your reality. So they are not manifesting the New World Order. You and the collective consciousness is manifesting the New World Order through believing their indoctrinations, through believing that there is going to be climate change. There will be climate change because we are all believing it. The whole world around you is a result of mind. The mind interacts with the quantum field around you. Your consciousness interacts with the quantum field. Everything is a reflection of yourself. Now, humanity as a whole has a giant, and I mean humongous, spell put upon us. I can't tell you how big this spell is. So let's say you have a limiting belief that you are not strong, for example. This will affect you. Go to the gym, and if you go to the gym, grab the heaviest weight that you can do without injuring yourself. Do it, try do a set of them while saying, I am not strong mentally. Say it over and over, and I'm guaranteed you won't do many reps. And then go grab the same weight and then repeatedly say in your mind, I am very strong, I am very strong, I have lifted the weight. And I guaranteed you will do more reps. It's because the mind has power over the physical plane. It's all mental. This whole world you see around you is manifested from thought. This mic I'm speaking to, the computer or the phone you're holding, was all a thought in the mind. So therefore, everything is an emanation from the mind, the invisible realms of consciousness. And that's what the occult means. Occult just means hidden, and thoughts are hidden. Knowledge is hidden. You can't see knowledge. You have to gain knowledge. You can't see the knowledge behind someone. You can't split their brain open and see the imagination. You can't split their brain open and see the knowledge they know. It's because it's hidden within an invisible plane of mind and astral and etheric. The physical plane is nothing but a shadow of these higher dimensions. Now, it's by manipulating these planes is how you create your reality. This is what magic is. It's by as above, so below. You change above, you change below. Now, this is where mental directed energy comes in. I kind of went a bit off track. I was going to go to the huge spell that's being placed on us. The spell that's being placed on us is limiting beliefs. The whole world has gone to school, and this school teaches, the Rockefeller, the Rockefellers, they own the school system, and everything they've taught you is to give you a perception of the world. Now, what did I just tell you? This whole world is a result of thought. It's belief. If the whole world believed we had superpowers, we would have superpowers. Now that sounds crazy to you because I know, because the limiting beliefs, that's what I mean. All of us have been indoctrinated with limiting beliefs of gravity, of limiting things like, I don't know, the globe model. We've all been implemented with these things which limit our mind and our body. If we did not go to school and every single person in the world believed that we could fly and we could do something that is completely out of your mind right now, it would happen. It's because this world is a complete correlation and a direct manifestation of thought. Now, the collective consciousness all has a doubting belief system. We are all limited. We are all very well, not all, but if you're in this university, you have an open mind. Well done. I take my hat off to you joining the university and having an open mind. You know, you are one in millions. So congratulations to you for having an open mind. So, but for example, for the rest of the world, like they are all limiting, which is affecting our consciousness, your consciousness, and my consciousness, because we are all connected on a mental level. We are all connected on the mental plane. This is the plane where everything is one. We are all made of the same substance, which is universal mind, universal intelligence, universal consciousness. We are all the same consciousness in different bodies. So, like I just said, everything is connected on the mental plane. You, me, your parents, your brother, your sister, everyone is connected on the mental plane. Therefore, we can transmit energy, information through the mental plane by practice. So anyways, because of the limiting beliefs we have on, you know, as a collective consciousness, we all believe we are bound by gravity. We all believe that, you know, we can't do certain things. This is casting a spell on the whole world. It's because these thoughts we have in this mental plane here, okay, these thoughts we have here is then turning into imagination. See, the astral plane is very, very powerful. This is the plane that molds the physical plane. So this astral plane is where all spirits, entities, and it's the realm of imagination. This is that screen you have in your mind, but you can access it. This is a full plane that you can access through astral projection. So it is this plane that all of our limiting beliefs is molding into some form of imagination. And this imagination is then turning into energy. And then this energy is manifesting this physical plane. So this whole system that we are under is a spell. It's a very, very powerful astral energy, which is casted upon the whole of the whole of the earth. And we must break this spell. And how do we break the spell? By not believing anything that they tell us. It's the belief system. And we have to stop believing the science they give us. What good does it do us? Think about it. Does it really matter if you don't know anything that they tell you? Does it really? What will it do you? You're still going to live your life. So, for example, the whole system doesn't exist. The system, it only exists because we believe it exists. Money only exists because you believe it is true. It's a piece of paper with words written on it. But because your mind gives it value, it's the mind's perception of it that's creating this government, this system. The whole system it only exists in your mind. It only exists as a belief, as a program. The matrix is in your mind. There is no matrix if you don't believe it. Now, this is the spell that's being put on us, and it is limiting us. Knocking on wood, when we say knocking on wood, this is witchcraft. This is magic. Everything has a spirit. The phone you're holding, the atoms in that phone has a spirit, has it as a energy. The trees have energy. They have spirits within them. Water has spirits within them. You see, so knocking on wood is the ancient druidic magic again of knocking on for the tree spirits, because tree spirits are very healing. Trees are very healing. They're very high frequency. They emit lots of energy, lots of ether. So by knocking on it, they would ask them to heal them, or because these spirits are conscious, they're astral. You can't see them, but they exist. Everything has an astral body. You have an astral body. You use it every time you dream. All of us have an astral, etheric. All of us have energy. You can feel it when you walk into a room. You can feel it when someone is very sad. You can feel their energy. You can feel it. And this is what it is. It's transmutation of etheric energy. And this is what knocking on wood is. It's knocking on for the tree spirits. Knock on wood for good luck. You know, alcohol, this is another deep rabbit hole. That's why we call it a spirit. It's a spirit. It has spirits within them. It's the same with a jinn. That's why we call it a jinn, which is another astral plane deity or entity. But jinns are very powerful, so stay away from jinn. Stay away from any alcohol. There's a reason why every single religion tells you not to drink alcohol, pretty much. There's a reason. Natural alcohol, it's not too bad. You know, like wine, really like natural, no chemicals. I would, you know, I'm not going to say I'm against that. I'm not, because that's natural. I'm with anything that is natural. But these spirits, gin, beer, all of this stuff, stay away from it. It's all used for witchcraft. It contains ethanol, which is ethanol, which is the barrier between the physical and the astral plane. You are being possessed when you drink this stuff. It's alcohol, alchemy, because alcohol was created by ancient alchemists, they would find liquids and they would extract the spirit out of the. So what it is, it's distillation. So they're getting liquids, these alchemists. This is how alcohol was founded, by ancient alchemists. So alchemy is basically the transmutation of natural things. It's also, you know, so it's transmuting base metals into gold, or liquids into spirits. And there's also something called inner alchemy, which is the transmutation of oneself from the darkness into light, which is basically what Freemasonry is. But so you have inner alchemy and outer alchemy. But that's what alcohol is created from. It's created from alchemy. And then what they were doing is extracting the spirit from liquids and making a potion. It's a potion. You know how on Minecraft you can get them potions and run around really quick if you drink the potion? Or, you know, on these ancient films where they drink the potion and die, or they have magic powers. That's what it is. It's all alchemy. It's all magic. And you can get different potions for different things. If you want to run quick, there's potions for that. If you want to feel strong, there's potions for that. This reminds me of another book that I read, which is inside of the library, called the 3 Books of the Occult Philosophy, which talks about magic and occult virtues. And basically, everything has an occult virtue. For example, bears are very, very strong. Owls can stay up very, very late. What's another virtue? Cats can fall from very high distances, which humans can't. So every animal has a virtue which they carry, and that virtue is in the ether. So, for example, the ancients would take bear hearts. If they wanted to feel very strong, they would hold the heart of a bear, and this would give them that virtue. They'd be stronger. Or if they wanted to stay up very late all night long, they would hold the heart of an owl, and they would not go to sleep until they could not fall asleep unless they moved that heart out of their electromagnetic field. It's because it holds etheric energy and it holds the information in the ether. So this is what occult virtues are. So eating meat, yes, it's a form of witchcraft. You're eating the virtues of animals. You're gaining virtues of animals. This is why they promote it. They promote flesh because they want you to become an animal. You are what you eat. That's why we say that, because of these virtues. So if you eat fruit, you become very electrical, you become very alive. But if you eat meat, you become very dead and unelectrical. And you will gain the virtues of these animals. They want you thinking like an animal. You're not an animal. You're a divine human being who can gain access to higher planes of consciousness. Animals can't. They have no self-reflection. They don't know they exist. Humans do. So that's what occult virtues are. So when you're drinking alcohol, the occult virtues of alcohol and these spirits is it's a potion for aggression and, and sex. That's what alcohol is. That's why when you drink alcohol, you become very aggressive and you desire sex. It's because these spirits that enter you, because how it works is that you're weakening your electromagnetic field. Where is it? You're weakening this field. Okay, so when you drink alcohol, it's very, very low vibrational. And you're consuming the ethanol, which is ethanol, which it lowers your frequency. And when your frequency becomes that low, your field becomes very weak, which allows spirits and energies to enter your body and become possessed. And this is why when you drink too much, you will black out, because your soul, your mind will leave the body because it becomes that toxic and low vibrational. And you are fully possessed. That's why you do such dark things and weird things when you're drunk, because you're not in full control of your body. You're possessed by an entity. So the whole world is running around drinking potions of magic, of ancient alchemy. That's what's going on. That's why the world's so messed up. It's because everyone's drinking potions. Everyone's drinking these potions, which, with the virtues of sex and anger. And look at the world. What's the problem with it? Sex, anger, and religion. That's the main three problems of this world. So there's a pub on every corner. You can get alcohol in every shop, because this is what spiritually attacks you. It keeps you low vibrational. It keeps us divided and conquered. Keeps us against each other. This is another spell that's been put on us, drinking potions. But drinking potions, that's what it is. It's insane when you see it like that. You see, like I said at the beginning of this video, witchcraft never disappeared. It never went. It was just veiled in myths and veiled in stories and movies from Hollywood. They made you think it was a fantasy. You've been doing it your whole life. You've been doing witchcraft your whole life. Every one of us has taken part in, if you go to concerts, you'll go into rituals, you go into energy harvesting rituals, people getting possessed, people dying in the crowd. It's very low vibrational. We're being ran by wizards and warlocks, and we don't even realize it. They've made us think all this stuff is woo-woo and pseudoscience. It's not. This stuff is real, and we're doing it. It's that in your face that you can't see it. So, alcohol. The word alcohol is alcool in ancient Arabic, which means body-eating spirit, and now in Arabic it's algol, which means demon. Algol means demon in Arabic, which means alcohol. It's insane. So we're drinking demons and spirits in the sorry, a little burp, in the astral plane. So your body is becoming a vessel for demons and spirits by drinking these consciousness altering potions. That's what it is. It's a potion that alters your mind and alters your consciousness, lowers your frequency, and allows things to come into you. Now, you can use these planes to your advantage for magic. You can practice these magic rituals. And the way to do that, if you go to the meditation section and listen to the hemisync tracks, you don't have to do the full meditation. But what I do, I use them tracks sometimes. Listen to them, gain into that state where your consciousness is raised just slightly out of the body. Okay, so You want to do the meditation until you feel you are the pure consciousness and you no longer right. So if you've done the meditations, your body, you can't feel your body because your body is that still and that relaxed. You can't feel your body. You're just pure consciousness. And when you are in that state, this is when you are in, more than likely you're in the astral or the mental plane. Okay. This is when you're pretty much inside of the subconscious mind. You're no longer in the conscious, you're in the subconscious. And when you're in this state, this is where the power is. This is where you can start to imagine things. Now, this is very, very important that you be very careful about what you want to imagine. When you are in them realms of the subconscious and you're in a lifted state of consciousness, you no longer feel your body. This is very, very important because whatever if you're trying to manifest someone into your life, for example, and you go and think about this and you imagine them and you picture them in your life in this state, this can have a very, very bad effect on you. You're programming your subconscious. Now, you got to be very, very careful. You got to make sure that your intent is a good intent. If you have a bad intent, do not do this, or else you'll program your subconscious with a bad intent, and it will come back and bite you. So be very careful about what you're going to imagine. Be very careful what you're going to direct mental energy towards. Now, this takes focus, discipline, and imagination. There are 3 parts of the higher faculties of your mind. You have to work on these: focus, discipline, and imagination. If you truly want to become an occultist, you must understand this. Focus, because you have to hold an image and hold an image of the imagination. So imagination and focus comes in hand. So let's say you want someone to come back into your life, you miss them. You picture them. You have to picture them very vividly, as much as you can. You have to use your focus, your discipline, and imagination to focus and imagination. When you're in that uplifted state, remember, when you no longer feel your body, focus, vision their face, and then whisper into their ear what you want them to do. Whisper into their ear what they want them to do, and then after about 5 minutes of that, keep repeating it, vision it, and saying it into their ear. Don't tell them what you want to do. Tell them the outcome. You will this, you will that. And then once you've done that, you want to then imagine them doing this thing that you've told them to do for 5 to 10 minutes. The longer, the better. The better your focus is, the better your imagination is, the better discipline you have, the more power you're sending to this person. Because remember, we're all connected on a mental level. We're all connected in this mental plane through thought. And thought is non-physical. It's metaphysical. It's not made of atoms. A thought's not made of atoms. It's completely metaphysical. You can't locate it. It's in a higher plane of consciousness. So we're all connected on a mental level. So what you are actually doing, you're directing mental energy towards this person. And if this person is not aware of occult things, this can influence them. The more you do it, but like I say, people, don't do this for bad reasons. Don't do this for bad, because this can turn around and bite you. This can end up really bad if you do this, if you do something, that you shouldn't be doing. But I'm here to spread the light. I'm here to spread knowledge. I do this for good things. I don't do it for personal people, but I do it for my life and what I want. You can do this to manifest things. But this is how. Have you ever been in a situation where you thought of someone and they called you, or you thought of them and they called you? Well, this is how it is. Is because we're all connected on a mental level. And the more connected you are to that person emotionally, the more power this will have because you have a connection on the astral. For example, if you've had sex with someone, you are connected with them on an astral level. Emotionally, you're entangled emotionally. So you got to be careful who you have sex with, because sex is a form of magic. If you have sex with random people, they're running around with a piece of you, and they're putting that piece of you into other people, which is messing you up. We're all connected on these planes, these higher planes of consciousness. You got to be careful. You know, handshakes. Why do we do handshakes? Well, we're transmitting energy. So don't handshake people who you don't want to handshake. You're transmuting energy and electrical energy and information. You know, so this is all, it's all mental, it's all astral. All of this stuff is. You could, like I say, you can use this mental directed energy for manifestation as well. If you want things in your life, picture them. Well, first get into that state where you can no longer feel your body, where you're that still, and then picture them. Picture the reality you want, and then use your emotions as well. Your emotions are very powerful. Feel it. Feel the reality you want. Now, this works better on a full moon. Now, the full moon is very powerful, very, very powerful. They don't want you to know about the full moon. They don't want to know about the moon. All they tell you about is the sun. They tell you the moon's just a piece of, a piece of rock. The moon is very, very powerful. The moon has an effect on your psyche. So when it's a full moon, things sound louder. When it's a full moon, people are way more emotional. People are more reactive. People are more crazy. If you ever notice, there's always things going on. There's always bad things, and crime go up on a full moon. It's actually recorded. There's more police calls and 9/11 calls, or 9/9. There's more of these calls happening on a full moon. This is actually recorded. This is a true thing. It's because the moon enhances your mental state. If you are, if you are very an emotional person, an impulsive person, a full moon comes around, you're going to be even more impulsive. Probably going to start pulling your own hair out. It's because it's very powerful. So when you do these, that exercise I just told you of mental directed energy, which is a form of magic, you can do this on a full moon to manifest quicker, to have it more power. That's why you always see witches. You always see these witches on a full moon. It's because it's very, very, very powerful. And witches always with cats. It's because cats transmute negative energy, and they can heal you. The Egyptians were obsessed with cats. They had cats around them all the time. And that's why I say cats have 9 lives. Why do cats have 9 lives? Because supposedly there are 9 dimensions, and they see all 9 of them. So it's symbolic for them having access to all 9 dimensions. So cats are very powerful. If you have a cat, when they purr, that's very healing. The frequency they produce when they purr, they do that to cleanse your energy. They know you have bad energy. So when they purr, they know you have bad energy, and they're trying to heal that for you. So if cats come up to you, they're trying to heal you. Cats are very powerful. This is why witches keep cats, because they're always cleansing them of negative energy. Well, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything for this video, people. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be very careful about what you plant in your subconscious. Definitely do their meditations. They're very powerful. Very, very powerful. Do them with headphones. You can't do them without headphones. It doesn't work. You will astral project, or you will have an altered state of consciousness if you follow the meditations of the gateway process. I've done them multiple times. Very powerful audios. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this one. Feel free to get in the community. Tell me what the next video to make. And there's no one in this, so I can't answer questions. So we're going to be doing live calls I'm going to do them every Saturday morning now. So Saturday morning is probably the best time to do them because people are off work. I've done it on a Friday today. and obviously no one's here because obviously people are at work. So I'm going to do them on Saturday mornings at like 10 o'clock UK time. There's going to be live calls every week from now on. Thank you all for joining the university. It's been a pleasure to share this knowledge with you. Have an amazing day. So, yeah, weed can be used for good and it can be used for bad. You can use it to enter deep states of meditation. You can use it to become lazy. If you smoke it every day, you will become lazy and you will shut yourself off from things that you need to address. So you don't want to use it to escape. Okay, so don't escape. Don't use anything to escape your own mind. You must face it. Okay, so what was the next one? What age did you start talking about this stuff, learning about this stuff? It was quite young, to be honest. I started learning deeply into the occult and esoteric about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But before that, I've been always into like conspiracies and stuff like that. So that's mainly what it was. Mainly. That's how I kind of got into it, by looking into conspiracies. What do you think about manifesting? You're always manifesting. Your thoughts are always being brought into physical existence. That's basically what it is. You're using thought energy into physical reality, and that's how everything is manifested. The phone you are holding, the laptop that you're using, the book you're reading, where did these things all begin? They began in the invisible realms of mind. Everything stems from mind. The world you see around you is in the mind of God. We live in a mental universe. Everything is mental. So this is why you need to be careful of what you hear, what you see, what you smell, because everything you take in is molding your mind. The words you say mold your mind. And whatever you mold your mind to, you mold your circumstances to, your life. So your life is basically a result of every thought you thought in the past. So you change your thoughts, and further enough down the line, you'll change your external reality. Your life is a mirror of your mind. It's your mind pushed outwards. So if you fill your mind with negative music, talking about drugs, sex, you're going to fill your life with that. You become the music you listen to. You become what you listen to, because everything affects your mental state. So essentially, it's all about looking after your mind, keeping a pure mind and a pure heart. That's how you truly manifest the desired reality. But people aren't manifesting properly because they're wasting their mental energy. They're wasting their life force energy on low level pleasures like food, lust, yes, like chasing after low level pleasures. When you start to master yourself and you master your mind, your body, and your emotions, once you start to master this, you're no longer wasting energy on these low level pleasures. So when you waste energy on low level pleasures, and you stop, once you stop doing that, you have then opened up more mental capacity for you to direct this energy into a certain aspect of your life. So this is why it's so important to master your consciousness, master your mind, master your emotions, because you're wasting energy, which could be used for success. It could be used for anything to be created in your life. So that's a big part. So all of it comes together. What was the next one? Do you do Q&A in Ethereal University? Yes, we do. We do Q&As. This is all part of the university. Everything you see, you should see what you get. So in the university, you get the Manifestation Mastery course, which tells you everything about your mind, how to create your own reality, how you can gain the dream life you want. We have a real lectures section where there's like over 50 lectures. New lectures are posted every week. We have a community and live calls and Q&A, and a library. So the library is another where you get all of my books plus 45 other occult rare books. and you get updates. So that's what's inside of the university. What was the next question? Do you have an account in Spanish? I have affiliates in Spanish, yes. What's your thoughts on white people not being natural to this planet? We don't live on a planet. We live in, well, you live inside of your body. Your body is a piece of organic technology. Your body produces this reality that you're experiencing. Now, what do I mean? Without your brain, you can't be in this reality. So your body is producing this world. Your body is the earth. Your body is the universe. You are God. You are consciousness. The body is the earth simulating this reality to your consciousness. So when it comes to your body, it does not matter where you are from. You are the same consciousness. The same consciousness in me is the same consciousness in the rabbit, in the dog, or the so-called melanated person. We are all the exact same consciousness. And once you understand this, once you start to realize that you are not this body is literally just a piece of technology. It's a character you're playing. It's not you. You are the I am. Every single one of us refers to ourselves as I, because I is the all-seeing I, the all-seeing eye of consciousness. This is where we all come from. So you have divine consciousness, then above us is the stars, then you have man. Now, man is very important because man is made in the image of God. We have the ability to expand our consciousness. We have the ability to move above our instinctual survival mode. Now, what do I mean? Animals are stuck in survival. They use their creative ability, because we all have the ability to bring thought into physical reality. Animals only use this creative power of mind to survive. But humans can surpass this. And this is everything I teach is about getting out of the lower self, getting out of the animal self. And once you conquer this animal self, this lower mind that wants the food, the money, the fame, the power, and sex, once you destroy this lower self, you then have the ability to expand your consciousness to understand very complex things. So humans possess the ability to know God and know the secrets of the universe. This is why humans are so important. This is why humans are made in the image of God. We can expand our minds into infinite fields of knowledge. Now, the mind cannot be filled. It is not a physical thing. It exists beyond time and space and matter.